It's me, Mario and the gang, you probably know my name. And so we start the game, jumping high, ducking low, from the sky to the ocean. How come Peach can't stop being stolen? Need the Firefly star power now for Bowser. Koopa Troopa, Super Goomba, soon to lose a life. It's me and Peach and Luigi, so you know, stop it, don't rock and roll. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
You can make all the dumb Mickey Mouse Clubhouse jokes you want. And you can compare it to several things that have nothing to do with it as much as you want. But nothing's gonna get me to hate Sonic Prime. Even if you don't like the show, you have to admit that there are many things that it did right. It gave us one of the best shadow characterizations since Sonic 06. It did the whole urban resistance shtick better than Sonic Forces did. And the voice cast did a splendid job with the characters. If I had to say some things that I didn't like about the show, it would be the massive amount of cliffhangers and flashbacks, the unnecessary gist of Green Hill being Sonic's homeland, and that thing. But even so, I still appreciate the vibe that Prime was going for. It goes for that whole multiverse plot and adds a touch of MLP and Spider-Verse in it. Well, it feels that way to me at the very least. Well, now we're heading into a new year, and to kick things off, we're getting the next and possibly final batch of Sonic Prime episodes on January 11th. Seems like this could be the end of an era. There could be a fourth season, but to be honest, it doesn't sound very likely. So it seems like we'll have to say goodbye to this series pretty soon, and that makes me both sad and happy at the same time. Sad because I genuinely enjoyed watching this show from start to finish, and it'll be upsetting to see it go. But happy because now we might get a break from the people that just love to blindly hate on it for no reason.
This Sonic show is too childish!
It's a TV show about a franchise that's catered to all ages.
Sonic's personality has been dumbed down!
Yeah, because the show is made by different people who are giving their takes on the characters.
The show is canon!
Who cares?
I'm like every other Sonic fan, and I hate to admit that I'm wrong.
Finally, a Sonic fan I can agree with. So now that the show has reached its final season, this has me wondering how the final episode will wrap up. We did get a handful of images from the new episodes, which obviously shows what we can expect. We even got a little synopsis of what Season 3 will be about. Now, I'm not gonna read the whole thing word for word, but it's worth noting that right here it says, Sonic will be forced to make the ultimate sacrifice to save his friends and enemies alike. Now, that could mean anything. Because from what we've seen, we already know that 9 got a hold of all the shards and wants to create a better world in the Grim because he's a lonely, selfish bastard. Now, I have a theory on how all of this could go down. I can't say the whole thing because then I won't be able to get this video out before the date of when we get the episode, so I'll just give a brief synopsis of it. Sonic and Shadow head off into the Grim to find 9 and team up once again to stop him and take the shards back. Then 9 tries to stop them by sending off some robot clones of Sonic and his friends, and Sonic takes down the clones, again. While they're fighting the clones, that gives 9 enough time to rebuild the prism and make the Grim complete. Then all the other shatter spaces, which include New York City, Boss Cage Maze, No Place, and Ghost Hill, all start to dissect and decrease, which makes them all disappear. Then Sonic goes to all the other shatter spaces and teams up with all of the Shatterverse counterparts to stop 9. Yeah, it's a pretty basic theory from the looks of it, but hear me out for the last part. Right here, it also says, however, the prism power is as unstable as its wielder, and requires energy trapped inside of Sonic to stabilize. Extracting said energy, however, means that Sonic himself may shatter. So this has me convinced that 9 will now be the one who tries to kill Sonic and steal the energy that he contains, which makes sense since he's the one that broke the Paradox Prism in the first place and caused all of this. Speaking of, since Sonic has to make the ultimate sacrifice, that has me thinking he might break the Paradox Prism again. Since in this screenshot, I think we actually do see the prism all put together. So yeah, it seems like Sonic might have to destroy the prism again just to stop the Grim from being completed. Yep, sounds about right when you connect it all together. And anything can happen once Sonic destroys the prism. A, we might get all new Shatter spaces that are based off of Sonic's friends, maybe even alternate versions of Shadow, or B, this somehow causes Green Hill to be restored? Since, well, this is exactly how the series started out. The Paradox Prism is still mysterious, and we don't really know much of the lore behind it at the moment, so here's hoping that this case gets cracked once Season 3 is available on January 11th. But seeing as how things are the way they are now, will the Chaos Council also somehow cooperate with Sonic? By the way, how come these were the only variations of Eggman in the Shatterverse? It's really weird how we didn't see Eggman variations in No Place or Boss Cage Maze, but that's besides the point. A lot could happen in this final batch of episodes, but whatever happens, I'll definitely be tuning in. One thing's for sure, this better, and I mean better, not end on another cliffhanger like the last 2 seasons. If these are the final episodes, give us the proper send-off we need and deserve. Please don't leave us on the edge of our seats anymore, especially since this could be the last we ever get of the show. Another thing is that we could possibly get a new form for Sonic, just like with Season 2. Whatever new form he takes, or however they decide to end off the series, they better do it right. Well, thank you guys for watching, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys Well, that's convenient. But yeah, holy shit! We got our first actual look at Season 3 this time. And yeah, I swear, I made the beginning script way before I saw the trailer. And some of my predictions were right. Well, now that we got our first actual look at it, let's talk about it. After watching the trailer for like 50 times, you can definitely tell they're going all out with this one. So let's talk about the things that I predicted. Of course, with 9 now being the one who wants to kill Sonic, all the Shatterverse clones working together, and the Chaos Council teaming up with the good guys. Yo, but can we talk about that ending? Because from the looks of it, it seems like Sonic is gonna fucking die! Nah, no way in hell he's gonna die. I mean, come on, he's the main character. And there's no way the devs would willingly let people who hate how Sonic was written in Prime have the last laugh. But apparently there's this theory where it says that at the end of the show, Sonic will create a new universe, and that universe will be the one we know of in the games. And there's actually a lot of people believing this. On one hand, it could fix up some of the inconsistencies, but on the other hand, it kinda doesn't make sense, and it would make the whole everything is canon thing a little more mysterious. Because there are so many people upset about the fact that Prime is canon. But I'm of the opinion that whether something is canon or not is not really a big deal. Because at the end of the day, it's still the same series. Overall, many people seem to have mixed opinions about Sonic Prime. There are people like me who love it, and there are a lot of others who hate it. But anyone who tries to compare it to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, you cannot take seriously. I mean, there are so many ways that the series could end. I just hope that Sonic dying isn't one of them. Another theory that I do have is that once all of them defeat 9, they'll realize that Sonic was only doing this just to get all the shards back. Then literally all the Shatterverse clones turn against Sonic, and somehow steal all of the energy from him. And that's what leads to the end of the trailer. If this is actually what happens at the end of the episode, then yeah, that's a bit of a spoiler right there. If 9 somehow has a redemption arc, then it'll probably be really forced. Because after all we've seen him do, it would just be really weird if he just called it quits like that. Who knows, maybe we will get a Season 4. Although of course, like I said, there were only 24 episodes planned. So yeah, a 4th one would just really oversell it at this point. But I do feel like they could have done something else with Sonic's character. I mean, he was so oblivious to the fact that 9 was literally just a different version of Tails, and not the Tails he knew and loved. One thing's for sure, Season 3 will be one hell of a ride. But yep, that's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think about Season 3, and what do you expect from it. What I expect is for Sonic not to die. And so with that, thank you guys for watching, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.